Good morning, everybody. I'm sitting here in my war room, prayer room / closet, as you can see. And I'm not coming to you live because I'm trying to brag to you to say that I'm in here praying and all that, but no, I am. It's really been a place that I haven't been in the last few days because I've been dealing with so much, although probably I should have been in here dealing with some of this stuff. But you know, I've been a little drugged out on painkillers and all of that. So yes, I'm wearing a hot sweater hat in 70-something degree weather because I cannot wash my hair today or yet because yet again there's a whole lot that I cannot do with this situation. So I'm gonna be having to wait on someone to wash my hair for me so I don't take the chance of getting this all wet, and I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with opening it up right at this moment to see it. So I have my hat on. At least it's a cute one. Hopefully it won't be too hot outside when I have to go to town. So just wanted to recap the last few weeks and just sort of share with you some things. I'm not very good at timelines right now because I have taken my pain medicine this morning, and I will not be driving, to put that out there. I will not be driving. Somebody will be driving me. So, don't worry about me on the road doing videos. I need to share with you some of the things that I've gone through and just where I'm at. So, a couple of weeks ago, and I could go back further, but I'm just going to go back to a couple weeks ago that, you know, my dad has cancer, and last week or 2 weeks ago he started having breathing problems, and so they put him in the hospital to see what was going on there and ran some tests, and come to find out that the cancer has spread to his lungs. And so, you know, dealing with all of that, I tend to be the one that don't react at the moment because I believe in healing, and I know we all do, but I believe that God can heal him even in the state he's in, and I'm trusting. And then I go from there to dealing with the issue with my dad, and to, you know, things that we all, on a personal level, we all go through on a daily basis, things that we have to deal with on a daily basis. We all have those things, and so there's always a mental and emotional battle there sometimes with me, especially, well, I know with me, maybe you, maybe not, but things that we just know that we have to deal with on a daily basis, and so we have to confront that constantly, and we have to battle that spiritually. And then, you know, I go to what I think is going to be a happy time, and which it was, to go spend time with my daughter and son-in-law and little Reagan for her 2-year birthday, and we have a great time with her. And then I'm about to leave, and this happens. So, you know, and it was almost immediate that when this was happening, I was sitting there on the ground, bleeding and screaming and crying, oh God. You know, all I could do at the time was say, oh God, help me, God, help me. And I will try to do this without tears. I can get done faster. But, you know, during that time, it was almost immediate that I realized it was just another attack from the enemy. And it seems like the enemy is on the warpath against me, you know, in so many levels, so many ways. And I don't say that to brag because there's nothing to brag about. I say it out of just trying to maybe open your eyes to what the enemy's trying to do to you. I mean, he's attacked me physically, he's attacked me emotionally, and in so many ways that I'm sitting there on the ground with this stranger behind me holding me up, And I almost wanted to laugh. If I could have, I could not have at the time. But I realized, because I wanted to scream out, why? And as soon as I wanted to scream out why, I knew why. It was just the enemy, yet again, trying to keep me and to block me from doing what God has called me to do. You know, and I may not always know what God has in store for me and what He is planning for me, but I do know that the enemy's trying to stop it. And I knew immediately that that's what this was, okay, first of all, I will play the keyboard again. I don't know. I mean, I could tell my finger was dangling. Part of my finger was dangling. I'm sorry to be so graphic, but I could feel my finger dangling. So I'm like, but immediately I'm like, I'm going to play the keyboard again. I don't know how extensive this is because I wouldn't look at it because I was so scared to pass out. But I will play the keyboard again, devil. You will not keep me from doing what God's called me to do. So, no matter what the enemy brings at you, I want you to know that you can overcome it and you can conquer every situation through Christ. And I realized that when I was realizing all this, while I'm sitting there on the ground, and David is crying and yelling because he's so upset that he's done this to me. I forgive you, David. I know that you did not mean to do this, but I could have used a little help during the process. Just kidding. But not. So I just want you to know that no matter what the enemy brings to you and brings in front of you to fight, that you can fight it. Not on your own, but you can fight it through Christ. Because in many circumstances, many instances that this would have happened, and many times that something like this would have happened to me, I would be in the bed depressed and, upset and worried and, all these things. And I'd be in the bed not wanting to get up. But I haven't been that way because I immediately realized that it's just another ploy of the enemy to keep me from what God's trying to get me to do. And at this point in my life, I'm so sick of that mess that I'm not going to give him the pleasure of keeping me in the bed. And so I refuse to lay down for the enemy in my life. I refuse to lay down and let the enemy win. So, just know that as I'm praying for myself and praying for the things that I go through on a daily basis, that I'm praying for y'all. I'm praying for the things that you may face, but I pray that your eyes, your spiritual eyes will be open to the fact that it is the enemy in many circumstances that he's trying to get you down. He's trying to keep you depressed. He's trying to keep you discouraged, to keep you from doing what God's called you to do. So just know today that I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for your healing, whether it be physically, spiritually, emotionally, maritally, relationships, any of that. I'm praying for that. I'm praying for deliverance in your life for whatever you may need to be delivered from. I'm praying for victory in your life today because the enemy cannot stop us. And I was not shooting you a bird. I can't help it. But we're going to fight the enemy together. And I just want you to know today that I love you and I'm praying for you. God bless you.